What you are is real. What you are is real. What we see, what we perceive is not real. So can you see why silence is so important, if that is the case? If we want to awaken to what we really are. If you prefer to be still, those of you on Zoom have the luxury of turning the volume down. You can turn the volume down and not listen to what I say. You may have a better satsang for doing that. Laugh is okay. You're wondering why you turned up. You've got enough time to get the bus back home. We'll do the secret teaching in person just to make up for it, okay? We won't tell the people on Zoom the secret teaching. There's no secret teaching. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. There's no secret teaching. The teaching is a secret because it's not perceived through the senses. So in this sense, it's hidden. Secret. But we can uncover it by turning away from the sense objects. The senses, including all perceptions, including the mind. If we stay in what is not real, if we attend to what is not real, if we stay in what is not real, then we stay in what is not real. If we ignore what is not real, we ignore what is not real and come back to ourself, we discover that which is real, the self. This is called self-knowledge. In the scriptures, this is what it is called. Of course, what is not real, anything that's perceived, anything that arises in the consciousness, it appears to be real. So there's a faith element to this teaching where we take on faith that what we see is not real, what we perceive is not real. And we ignore that, let go of that. And then we discover, oh, it isn't real, when we realize what we truly are. Does it make sense why silence is so important? Why turning inwards is so important? If what I say is true, it makes sense, right? And this faith isn't blind faith because we can't actually do that. If we're honest with ourselves, we can't blindly believe something. We can blindly believe something if we're not honest with ourselves. Because there's an aspect of our mind that wants to delude itself, or that can delude itself. Self-delusional aspect of mind. But if we get in touch with the deeper aspect of ourselves that knows what is true already, then we'll discover that having faith in the scriptures, having faith in our teacher, Ramana, and the teaching that is within our own hearts is all the same. The teaching that is in our hearts is the same as the one Bhagavan gives us. So here the faith, the term faith and the term inner knowing are synonyms. They're synonymous. They're the same. You don't understand? You understand? No? Yes? What I mean is that we have an inner knowing of what is true. And it says that our inner knowing says the same thing non-verbally. Our inner knowing speaks to us non-verbally. It's our inner being, our true nature speaks to us non-verbally and says the same thing non-verbally as the scriptures do verbally. So when we read them, part of us, if we're attentive, goes, oh yes. If we're just approaching on the intellect doesn't say, oh yes. The intellect says, WTF. Says, what is going on? I don't understand. I'm confused. This doesn't make sense. Or our intellect says, I, the intellect, know best. These scriptures are wrong. But if we go into our hearts know what the truth is. And then the scriptures confirm what is in our hearts. And this gives us faith. We can say this is having faith in the scripture. Right? You're able to have faith in the words of the scripture because on some level you know it to be true. So it's not like, oh, I believe 2 + 2 = 5 because it's written in the scripture. No. It's not gullibility or self-deception. It's, oh yeah, what the scriptures say. I believe that for some reason because somehow I know it's true. So this is why I say inner knowing and faith becomes synonymous. Let us give thanks, show reverence and gratitude to our teacher, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. We can do this in silence without speaking. If anybody wants to read the invocatory verses, anyone here with me in the room or anyone on Zoom, if anyone wants to read, let me know. We can read. Otherwise, we don't have to. Actually, I will read. O Sri Ramana, bestow your grace upon me, so that I may, in experience, flawlessly attain the unequaled and unsurpassed essence of the practice of self-knowledge. The excellent path, who am I, which you have discovered to be the central and foremost among all the various paths. O Sri Ramana, the heart, who through your grace protects me at every moment by guiding me along the correct path. Rise from within and teach me the true import of your divine and unequaled teachings, so that I may know them in their undefiled, pristine purity. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Om. It's very simple. When we attend to the world, which means the body, mind, or world, we think we're a person living in the world. Just like being in a dream, when you think you're a dream character in the dream. When we ignore the dream or the world, which means the body, mind, world, means all perceptions, mental and sense perceptions, and come back to ourselves, we discover the truth of what we are, and the erroneous projection of waking and dream state disappears. The teaching, the teacher, the external teacher, and the verbal teaching are part of the dream. They're a part of the dream that lead us out of the dream. Just like the person who dreams of a tiger is frightened by the tiger and then that wakes up. The tiger was a part of the dream that wakes you up out of the dream. The teaching, the verbal teaching, the external teacher is part of the dream that takes you to the truth, wakes you up.